Hi, I'm Claire and this is my Rainbowthon TBR. Rainbowthon is a readathon based on the colours of the rainbow, and I'll leave the organisers down in the description box below. This readathon is a week long and it starts today as I'm filming this, Sunday the 7th of February. I was planning to make this video earlier, but like I said in my last video, I was ill last weekend and kind of on the mend, but still not great this whole week, so everything got kind of delayed. Anyway, I still want to do the readathon. I haven't really done one of those before, but the rules are really simple. It's to pick 3 to 6 books that have the colours of the rainbow on the spine, or to pick 6 books with one colour of the rainbow. And I was of a mind to be a bit pedantic and pick a 7th book for indigo, but let's be honest, I'm not going to get through 6 books, let alone 7. For my Rainbowthon TBR, I chose to go with a selection of rainbow colours, and I did go for 6 books, even though I don't think I'm going to read 6 books in a week, but I like having choice and a little bit of wiggle room. So let's get started with red. For the red spine book, I have Geek Girl by Holly Smale, and this is a book that I got for free at an event, and I decided to pick it up to kind of see what it's all about, because people have been mentioning it a bunch on BookTube. However, like, everything about the packaging of this book, the title, the kind of tagline, the back, tells me that I'm probably going to hate it and be really offended in my little nerd heart. I picked it for the readathon because even though it looks quite big, it's about 350 pages, it's actually like the type is quite big and it doesn't cover the whole page, so I think it'll go quite quickly. Next, for orange, I have First Class Murder by Robin Stevens, and this is the 3rd book in the Murder Most and Ladylike series. This is middle grade murder mystery. It is set in the 1920s, 1930s, and it's about 2 best friends, Daisy and Hazel, who go to boarding school together, and they also have a detective club in which they solve crime, and there's quite a lot of murders happening all around them. They've already solved 2, and in this one they go on holiday on a train. The train just happens to be the Orient Express, and there's gonna be a murder to solve. I love this series, it's adorable and it reads quite quickly, and I've been meaning to read this one since it came out, so that'll be a really good excuse. For yellow, I have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and this one is kind of enormous, so I'm a little bit worried about reading it during the readathon, but if I can just start it, I'll be happy with that. This is a YA fantasy novel about Simon Snow, who is the chosen one, but he is kind of terrible at it, and he goes to wizarding boarding school, and he rooms with this guy called Baz, who is a vampire and also hates him, but maybe not quite hates him, maybe actually likes him a little, a lot. For those of you who don't know, Carry On is a bit of a meta novel. Rainbow Rowell wrote a novel called Fangirl a couple years ago, and it was about a girl called Kath who wrote fan fiction. The fan fiction that Kath wrote was all about the Simon Snow book series, and the fan fiction that she was writing was specifically titled Carry On Simon. So this is a novel that's based off of that, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be the books from the Simon Snow series that are referenced, or if it's supposed to be the actual fanfic that Kath writes, but I don't really care because Fangirl is one of my favorite books ever. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I was in fandom for a long time. I still read quite a bit of fanfic, so to have something like this that specifically references that culture, it feels very welcoming. In many ways, it feels like this book is telling me that it's for me and that I should read it, and so I'm going to. For green, I have Old Man's War by John Scalzi. Now this is the first in a series that I've been wanting to read for a very, very long time. I really enjoy Scalzi's writing. I've read all of his standalone novels, so I've been waiting to read the Old Man's War series for a while now, and I just decided to give it a go when Tor came out with these wonderful new covers for all of the books. They're beautiful and I really want to own them, and I really want to get into the story as well because the premise is really quite cool. It's about a world in which the army has a cloning technology. What they do is they offer older people the opportunity to sign up for the army, and if you sign up for military service, what you get in exchange for a few years of service is they will take your DNA and grow a clone of you when you were like 20, and then they can transfer your consciousness into that body. And so one day you're like 90 and kind of hurting everywhere, and the next day you're 20 and you just have to do a few years in the army, and then you can go and live the rest of your life. And so that seems a really good, fun premise for military SF to me. For blue, I have The Deep Sea Diver's Syndrome by Serge Rousseau, and I'm so excited about reading this one. It was one of my most anticipated reads of 2016. Rousseau is a fairly prolific author of sci-fi and fantasy and mystery in French, but this is his first ever translated novel in English, and I'm really excited to share it with everyone because I was reading his books growing up, and I'm just really glad that more people can now experience his stories. This is also quite a short book, which is really good for a readathon. It's under 200 pages in this edition. This is an advanced reader's copy that I got from the distributor Turnaround UK so that I can do a speculative world review about this. And finally, for purple, we have Maplecroft by Cherie Priest, and I am so mad at myself that I haven't finished to read this because I bought it straight when it came out and I started reading it. I was really enjoying it. At some point I put it on a shelf and I didn't pick it back up again, and I do this all of the time, and I'm so mad at myself that I do this because I end up kind of in a weird limbo of not having finished a book I really want to read, but at the same time I don't want to go back and start from the beginning again. But this time I will start from the beginning again because I was really liking this book and I really want to finish it and then read the sequel. This is a book about Lizzie Borden, who is a real life historical, maybe not criminal from the US. She was tried for murdering her father and her stepmother with an axe, but she was acquitted and no one really knows what happened. Now the premise for this is, what if she did murder them but she had a really good reason? Like, for instance, they were being possessed by weird Cthulhu monsters coming from the deep ocean that were kind of threatening to take over the world. This is really cool. It combines a lot of things that I quite like. It's this like dark gothic horror tale, but at the same time it's got some passages that are letters, and that's something that I really enjoy. And it's also got the thing that I love where the characters within the book are looking at this fantastical, horrible things that are happening to them through the lens of science and kind of applying science to the fantastic, which is something that I absolutely love, and I'm always happy to find it in a book. So that's it. This is my TBR for Rainbowthon 2.0. I'm probably not going to get to all of these books, but I'm looking forward to making a dent in this pile. Let me know in the comments below if you're participating in Rainbowthon this week, and if you are, please let me know what it is that you're going to be reading. If you've got a blog post or a video on it, please leave me a link because I'd love to go and have a look at it. If you'd like to see more from me, check out the sidebar right here for more videos, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button for more videos from me every week. I've been Claire, thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.